Switching from Tesla to another EV, pros and cons. So you finally had enough and you are ready to ditch your Tesla in favor of one of dozens and dozens of other EVs on the market, but the big question is, what are you going to be giving up and what are you going to gain? Well, let's talk about the pros and the cons. Let's start with the pro number one, and it is the choices. A lot of Tesla owners are not really aware how many choices they actually have outside of the Tesla brand. There are dozens and dozens of other great EVs out there on the market, and they all vary in prices, sizes, performances, colors. So if you've been living in the Elon Musk resort all this time, you should really walk around outside and notice that things are very different now. You can buy a brand new electric car for under $20,000, and you can also buy one for $2 million. As a matter of fact, the fastest cars in the world, 0 to 60, are all electric right now. Let's move on to the con number two, and it is the supercharging network. Now, a lot of Tesla owners believe that the superchargers are actually the best feature of the Tesla brand. And it is true. The fast charging experience with Tesla is pretty much flawless, especially compared to Electrify America, EVgo, and other fast charging networks out there. But there is a bit of a caveat here, because Tesla is just about to open their Tesla supercharging network to pretty much the rest of the EV owners, which I still don't think is a good idea. And then that advantage will probably fade away. All right, back to the pros, and the pro number two of ditching your Tesla is gaining a lot of features back. Because Tesla is missing, every single Tesla is missing a lot of features that pretty much everybody else gets to enjoy, whether they have an electric car or a gas car. And we're talking about some basic features like the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Cannot get it in any Tesla. The instruments panel and head-up display are not available in the Model 3, Model Y, and the upcoming Cybertruck, which will essentially make up the majority of Tesla sales. The manual vents and the manual side mirror controls. Nope, cannot get it either. Blind spot indicators and many other features that, like I said, everybody else gets to enjoy. And if you switch from your Tesla to any EV, really, you will gain them back as well. Okay, so the pro number two is the features. Now, the con number two is also the features. Now, how can that be? Well, I'll tell you in just a second, but before that, a quick reminder that this video is brought to you by EnergyPal. Are you thinking about going solar but not sure what panels to get, or whether or not to get a home battery, or how much all of this is going to cost? Well, EnergyPal will do all of that for you, and you will get a $500 gift card when your installation is complete if you use the link in the description of this video. Oh yeah, they also have this EV calculator that will tell you exactly what system to get so it can handle charging your EV all year round. That link is down there as well. All right, we're back to the pros and cons, and we are at the con number two. Much like the pro number two, it is about the features. Now, you are going to be gaining a lot of features by switching from Tesla, because Elon Musk decided that you cannot have any of them. But you're also going to be losing a lot of really cool ones as well. The first one is going to be the autopilot. It is the best driver assistance software on the market, hands down. Don't confuse it with the full self-driving package. That I still do believe is a borderline scam, but the autopilot is just excellent. Then there is the infotainment system, and it is also very much excellent, especially if you're into streaming and gaming. Oh, this is heaven for you. Then there is the mobile app, which is absolutely amazing. It's got all of these features that pretty much no other car manufacturer has. You're going to be missing out on that. And of course, it's got all of the built-in cameras for the self-driving features, but Tesla is reusing them for two different purposes. When you are away from the car, it will monitor the situation. If there's any disturbance, it will start recording what's happening, and you will get a notification, and you will be able to see a live feed of everything that's going on around your car. And when you are driving your car, all of these cameras will become dash cams, and I believe that every single car on the road should at least have one. Okay, back to the pros. The pro number three of getting away from Tesla is getting away from their customer service. That's pretty much one of the main reasons why I stopped buying Teslas back in 2018, but also they're just not building enough locations and repair shops to keep up with the number of cars they're putting out. Parts is also a problem. If you need a part, sometimes it takes weeks to get it, and so you can't get your car back. So, you know, this is not an experience you're probably going to have with other car makers, because all of their service centers and repair shops are independent, and there are plenty of them. The con number 3 is the community. Now, I gotta say, as much as I'm not always friends with them, they have one amazing community. There are events, there are online forums. I actually run 3 of online communities with about, what, 100,000 members now on Facebook. You know, Tesla owners and Tesla fans are really dedicated to Tesla and Elon Musk, still, believe it or not. So if you like the sense of community when you own a vehicle, Tesla is probably the best out there, hands down. The pro number 4 of ditching your Tesla is gonna sound a little weird, because it is the dealerships. And I know a lot of people hate dealerships, and Tesla owners always brag about the direct-to-consumer experience, but there are some drawbacks to that. For example, you cannot walk into the Tesla showroom and get a bargain. There is only one price, and you can say yes or no, and that's the end. Where, you know, you can catch a dealer at a certain point of a month or a year where you can definitely get a bargain. Also, there are just not enough Tesla showrooms out there, and they're not appropriately staffed. A lot of times you just get a QR code, you have to find a car and kind of figure everything out on your own, where, you know, at the dealerships, like it or not, you're gonna have a human being spending some significant time with you, explaining all of the features and doing the test drive with you, and there is something to be said about that. The con number 4, yeah, I got very excited about this one, and I hate to do this to you guys one more time, but it is the dealerships. Now, there are benefits and drawbacks to both the dealerships and the direct-to-consumer model. But if you're someone who is already sold on a Tesla, maybe you test drove your friend's Tesla, maybe you don't even need one, you just wanna have one, you're ready to buy, then the experience is beautiful. You can literally just Amazon your way through Tesla.com and configure your car, pay, get a loan, whatever, however you want to purchase it or lease it, and it will show up at your door. The end. If you're that kind of a guy or a gal, then this is absolutely flawless. Okay, the pro number 5 of ditching your Tesla is the resale value. Oh boy, you'd think that this is an easy concept. It is not when it comes to Tesla, because, as I mentioned, Tesla sets its own price. Man, they have not settled on one in a long time. There is literally a spreadsheet a mile long out there in Google Docs somewhere where they track the price changes of Tesla, and what happens is when they consistently were raising the price, you can buy a Tesla, drive it for 2 years, and then sell it at the exactly same price, because the price have gone up. But guess what's been happening lately? The price has been coming down and screwing up everyone's resale value. Even Hertz Rent-A-Car that purchased tens of thousands of Teslas are now saying, oh my god, we lost a lot of money because of the resale value has dropped over the last year as Tesla was lowering the prices, and it's no different for the private parties. So when you're buying a Tesla, you are definitely gambling with the resale value. The con number 5 of switching from Tesla to another EV is pretty much the same as switching from an iPhone to an Android. Your charging equipment is now useless, because when you have a Tesla charger in your garage, that plug cannot be plugged in on pretty much any other EV, though that's just about to change, though that's going to take time. So you're either going to have to buy an expensive adapter, or just for the same price, you can buy yourself a brand new EV charger, and your Tesla charger will just have to be sold. But this is something that you will have to worry about. The pro number 6 of leaving your Tesla behind is essentially leaving the cult behind. You know, I did mention that Tesla has an amazing community, but that community is a little bit too culty for my taste. And, you know, Elon Musk being the supreme leader of it is not helping. But also, and probably most importantly, much like with Apple, when you have a Tesla, you have to use Tesla everything. The chargers, the superchargers, the service centers, the repair shops, the parts, everything has to be Tesla, and therefore they control the pricing, the wait times, and everything. When you do no longer have to live in that bubble, now you got some choices. The choices create competition. The competition creates lower prices and better quality. So that's one thing that you're definitely going to enjoy. The con number 6 is essentially when you're leaving Tesla, you're leaving the top EV brand out there. And even though pretty much every car manufacturer has at least one EV, but most of them have multiple. Like for example, Mercedes has 7, believe it or not, almost double of what Tesla has. None of them are really the electric car brands that are driving the innovation. It is still Tesla. Tesla is absolutely driving this whole electric car industry, still pretty much showing the way to the legacy manufacturers, and everyone's just trying to keep up and copy Tesla. But if you have a Tesla, you are going to have access to the latest and greatest innovation in electric car and hell, automotive technology of today. But at the end of the day, it is your individual choice. And by the way, if you're wondering, hey, what are those cars that are better than Tesla? Well, I put them together all in one video. 15 electric vehicles that have at least one feature that is better than Tesla, and you can check it out right here. All right, looking forward to all of your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.